Everyone wants to find someone that will complete their lives, and we are whole already, but a partner can really enhance our lives and gives us someone to share all of those good and the bad times with. We dream of falling in love, it's plastered all over the movies. Sure, we know it might not be like a rom-com, but we secretly kind of wish it would be. And when we do find someone that we really like, we could maybe even love, it stops us completely in our tracks and it freezes us on the spot and makes us feel all giddy inside. When we start falling in love with someone, we actually feel as though we are completely lifted up and just chilling out on cloud nine. We have butterflies in our stomach, the air becomes fresher, colours are more vivid, and our outlook on life just seems a lot brighter. Now, this is all lovely, but it's still very difficult, right, to recognise when we are falling in love with someone, because love is a very deep emotion than simply just liking someone. And sometimes we do tend to confuse infatuation with liking someone to having those deep loving feelings. So today's video, I'm going to give you some guaranteed signs so that you know what to look out for, so that you know for sure if you are falling in love with a lady. Don't move an inch, stay right there, like and subscribe, let's go. You feel adventurous. You can do anything, be anything, taste anything, and wear anything. You have gone from not wanting to ever try Mediterranean food to actually loving it and ordering it way too many times a week. You never used to wear coloured clothing, but now you love wearing red. You used to stay at home at the weekends and play video games, but now you are out exploring your local area. When you start falling in love with a woman, you become more adventurous. And it's true that we often find ourselves with people who are similar to us, but they are still different people, which means they have different likes and dislikes, different hobbies and activities that they like to do on their weekends. Suddenly, your worlds completely collide and you want to know everything about your lady, which means stepping outside of your comfort zone and trying different things. This is one of the best parts of falling in love, because even if it does not last, you still have those experiences forever. You are intensely curious about them. Put simply, you want to know everything from their favourite food to their deepest, darkest secrets. You might notice that you are starting to study them whilst they are talking and even pick up on their mannerisms. When it comes to the lady you love, you can just not get enough and you want to know more and more. Sometimes it can be hard to find out if this person will be the right one for you. So say hello to Meet Your Psychic, who has sponsored today's video. They are ranked as one of the top psychic networks and you may have seen them on USA Today, CBS and many more places. They have performed over 1 million successful live psychic readings, helping people with love, career and family advice. Meet Your Psychic have an amazing new user offer. You can have up to 20 minutes at $1 per minute with the first 3 minutes for free. You can choose a phone, chat, message, or a text message reading, and they use secure PCI billing so you have peace of mind. And if you don't like your very first reading, you get it for free. Now, every psychic on the site is carefully screened for their experience and professionalism, so you are guaranteed to receive the best advice for you and your lady with your unique situation. They deliver readings 365 days a year, so you can be sure that you can have advice whenever you need it. Click the link in the pinned comment or in the description bar to get your first reading. You start to feel their pain. When she is sad, you empathize and suddenly you feel sad as well. Feeling the pain of your significant other is something that most people don't realize starts to happen when they fall in love. We become so connected emotionally and spiritually to the other person. We care so much about them that we take on their emotions. You are suddenly full of date ideas. With other girls, you would leave the date planning to them, but with this girl, you are full of fun date ideas, like taking her to see her favourite show at the theatre or going bowling. The list is never ending. This is obviously because your feelings about her are so strong. You want her to be happy and you want her to have a good time when she's with you, and you want to take her out on those lovely dates. You forget the other priorities, Love is not always a positive thing. When we fall in love, we get completely consumed by that person. All we want to do is spend time with them. So we cancel a few plans with our friends and we don't really think it matters. Our standard of work slips a little. We start to forget about eating sometimes. At the beginning, we might not even notice we are dropping these priorities, but over time, your friends will stop calling, the workplace might pull you up for your behaviour and ask you to work harder. And well, you need to eat. It's important to keep a level head when you are falling in love, so don't forget that you still have your own life to live as well. You start craving sex. As you get closer and closer romantically with someone, you want things to naturally go to that physical level, and it's one way to show them that you do love them. You want to move things quicker. You enjoy the feeling that you have now, that giddiness, the butterflies, but you also want to skip to the part where she's your girlfriend, you guys are madly in love, you have a house, you're married and have children. Now it can be tempting to rush things along, but actually it's far better to let them run naturally and to be very slow. Enjoy the here and now and let it be what it wants to be. Rushing things can scare a lady off and can make the relationship not as healthy later on down the line. You are more affectionate. Before you met this girl, you hated PDA, which is public displays of affection. You would see couples in the street kissing and you would scrunch up your nose. With other girls, you would never have held their hand in public, but with this lady, you are always showing her through touch that you are there. You put your arm around her in a restaurant, you hold her hand whilst you walk down the street together, and even kiss her in public. And I hate to break it to you, sir, but you are falling in love. You feel positive about the future. The future looks bright, and when you start falling in love, you picture what it would be like in the future when you both live together and realize that actually looks pretty awesome. You are worried, from a positive to a negative, just like love, which is full of its ups and its downs. On one hand, you are very excited for the future, but also you're a little bit worried as well. That's normal. Being worried about her and making sure the relationship is solid. Worried that she might not feel the same way about you. Worried that she might break your heart. When you are in the early stages of love, everything is worrying and nothing is that certain. It's important though that you don't let this worry consume you and you enjoy the present moment that you are in. You focus on your next date. Your whole week will revolve around the next time you get to see her. You can't think about anything else apart from that next time you get to see her face and stare at her and kiss her and cuddle her, all those things. You are glued to your phone. Waiting for that next phone call, the next text, or even a social media update. If you can't be with her, all you want to do is keep in touch and maintain that connection. You start to feel invincible. Remember at the beginning of the video when I talked about how great you start to feel when you are falling in love? Well, you will feel invincible to those feelings. You feel as though, wow, you can do anything. So use this feeling to strive for those things that you want and achieve the goals that you have on your list. You can't stop smiling. People start commenting on how smiley you are all the time. You smile just thinking about her and you feel happier than you ever have done before. You suddenly only ever think about her. She is the only thing on your mind, and you can relate any thought back to her. Like when you are making your cup of tea in the morning, you think about what she would be doing in the morning and what her favourite tea is. You might not even realise that you're doing this. If you think I missed something from today's video, let me know down in the comments. Give me a huge thumbs up and consider subscribing to make my day. But if you want to get your name rolling up next to my face, like these amazing people's names here, then all you have to do is click the link in the description bar below to find out a little bit more. Have an amazing day. See you soon.